How do you feel the weather in Aguascalientes or in Mexico? Can you tell us something about that?
Yes, well, while we investigate in this project of climate change, I know that the weather here in Aguascalientes, they are extremely, like when it's winter, it's really, really cold. And when it's summer, it's extremely hot. And in rainy times, we have a lot of floods. So can you tell us how is the weather in Turkey?
Changes all the time. For example, this week they told us that it's going to rain so much, but it's so hot out there. I went to school with my sweatshirt and I was dying from sweating. So it changed all the time. So it's actually hot at summers and it's cold in winter, but I can't actually say an exact thing about it.
So guys, do you want to tell us the story about the weather that we had while we're talking about hail in the class? Hail, the ice blocks that rained upon us. So who wants to tell the story? We were in the class, we were doing the climate change and the hail just starts to fall down. Ira, would you like to talk about it?
Sure. We were at the science class and we were talking about climate change and also weather. And then suddenly it starts, the hail starts and everyone just looks out from the window and we are all shocked because we weren't expecting it. Then some of our teachers start to run outside because their cards actually had some dust on them.
Yeah.
Oh, really? So that was a really strong hail, right?
It was.
That's strong.
Oh, God. All right.
After that, the sun rised upon us and it was like 30 degrees outside. It took only 1 hour to change the weather.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this is how
absolutely
extreme the weather is.
In Istanbul, like in some nights, we're just watching TV and it just suddenly starts to rain. There's like thunder, and then 5 minutes later, it just settles down and it's just like so hot outside. And in winter, it usually doesn't snow. For like 2 years or 3 years, it hasn't snowed that much. We just have a little snow, but then it just melts all.
But in past, we saw in March. We saw snow in March.
Oh.
But now we can't snow anyway.
Okay. So tell me, in which months do you get snow? All right. So what else?
I have a question. So
Okay.
you may not know about this, but in Mexico, lakes are getting constantly polluted by the toxic waste and plastic. So my question is anything like that happening in Turkey?
Yeah, who wants to answer that? Do we have any plastic pollution in our country or no?
Yes.
A lot.
Yes, there's a lot. A lot.
We have a project, but I think it's not a very much care Turkey. It's very sad, I think.
Okay.
Maybe you can also talk about the projects that you conducted in school. For example, Ela and Iram conducted a project last year about recycling. Maybe they can talk about that and how much recycling materials we use every day, maybe. Would you like to continue with?
Last year there was a competition. We have a WWF club in our school. Last year they made a competition about collecting plastics, and they all see how much we collected. So at the end of the competition, we all, for example, I collected 6 bags of plastic, and the winner gets a prize. They gave her name, I think, to another animal. I'm not sure about the results because I wasn't the winner.
Question for maybe the others, maybe. If you were in power, for example, maybe the governor of the city or the maybe president of the country, what would you change about the, I don't know, precautions that we take to prevent climate change? Is there any person who wants to answer that? See yourself at the very top of your country. So you're the president. What precautions or what laws do you take to prevent climate change? I think I have good answers. I see some of your eyes are sparkling. Yes, Ricardo.
Starting, I would put garbage bins on the streets because that's one of the reasons people throw their garbage on the streets, because there's nowhere to put it.
But is it enough? So are you going to put only one bin, or you're going to put lots of bins, maybe
Lots of bins, because like,
maybe with the different labels?
yeah, for sure, because so we could later recycle the things.
Good, very good. So for recycling the materials, we're going to put different bins into the streets so we can use the plastics more than one time. Good. Is there any other person who wants to tell, who wants to answer that? Alexa, yeah.
Yes, I think I give more education because it's people that it's not like the ignorance and they don't believe in climate change. So
Yes.
I will give education.
Yes,
that's
very good. It
Maybe
is a
Troll
really
wants to
good
say
answer.
something
Okay.
about.
What action? I would put more recycling centers in all the city, so it will be the people wouldn't have the excuse that it's too far to get their garbage.
Very good. So you all know the importance of recycling. Very good. I'm impressed. And of course, the education part is really important. Is there another person who has a different answer than those?
Me.
Jackie, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I will make some cars, electric cars, because the cars now they are like producers of gas, and the air is very contaminated. So I will do that.
Very good. It is